guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
And why wouldn't they when it's true? It'll be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the countryside.
All right.
Nice out today.
Till we meet again.
You shouldn't be hanging around here, friend. Excuse me.
Well, I'm all ears, Master Philosopher.
It's clear as a bell. Everything was fine as long as we had...
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
Nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
By the way, you lot all think running the castle is a piece of cake, but for sure, Chamberlain Ulrich hasn't got it either. Why do you think? It's from all those
Wedding
worries.
night.
It was nice. Good food and drink.
Hey, Wojtek.
Can't you see I'm talking to someone?
I ain't seen you here. Are you new?
I'm Henry.
It's great to have some new lads.
Oh, aye. Henry, I wouldn't want a repeat of our last disagreement.
Me neither. But all
I'll just finish what I'm discussing.
Are you also helping Wojtek's uncle?
What uncle?
Wojtek here said he's helping his uncle, Osina the blacksmith.
Sure. Me and Wojtek are helping his uncle. And I'm sure Wojtek's uncle would rather he stopped gabbing and gave me a hand.
I wouldn't want to keep you lads from your work. Take care then.
Thanks a lot. Are you on some kind of mission to ruin my fucking life?
You should thank me for not saying what you're really doing here. And now come and give me a hand.
That's just great.
That's that.
Are you really going to make me look for you at the
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle.
Well, I'd say there's plenty of work to do.
Aye, but I've only got work in the forge, and that ain't...
I'm a blacksmith too.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much, so fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always, and there's only one nag stabled here now.
All right.
How many legs does...
4.
Smart lad, but Kabat's already got 3.
1.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk.
All right, but I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to. And when it's done... Lads, this here itinerant is my new helper.
Have you soaked the fabric? It won't catch. You talked to Gator about it? Aye. As far as I know, all the apprentices considered as masters.
And how much are them elder bells?
As much as you can fit in there. Tell me.
But won't they completely blind?
How did it go?
I went to see him, but he threw me out.
And you're surprised?
But it was just a simple misunderstanding.
Bollocks on this. You made a fool.
I'm Henry.
My name's Votava.
What are you here for?
Me? Nothing. I was sleeping in the woods for a week and I wanted to get at least a slice of bread. So, I says to hell with it and I pour the whole lot down my neck. Then I see the farmer has a nice comfy bed with an eider-down quilt. I slept like a baby, and if the... And what did you do?
I got into a brawl.
Fuck me. You brawl at a wedding that the cream of the whole region is at...
And what can they do?
What do I know? I've spent some time in the stocks, and now I'll be hauling here for a while.
Sounds to me like it's not the first...
My neck has graced half the stocks in Bohemia, and one or the worst of the new ones. They've still got splinters sticking out of them. Once in Rumburg, they had brand new...
Do you know how I can slip inside?
Hi, Fred.
What? Oh, no, I mean the Maiden Tower.
You're a barrel of laughs, eh? But if you hang around here long enough and make yourself... Once in Sternberg, I even got to the Lord's privy. Which,
I doubt you'd find much of that.
as it happens, I found a nice book there.
It seems to me...
Ha! What do you need?
I need to get inside the castle.
Like locks, eh? I'll give you a piece of advice for nothing. If you want to rob the nobility...
I'm not planning to steal anything.
Well, that sounds pretty odd. But you're in luck. We did a job together near Yichin. He pretends he don't know me.
Kabat? I'll be going.
Sure.
That miserable blacksmith. Where is he now?
What's the matter, good...
Because of that damn blacksmith. The lock on my spice chest is stuck. And how am I to bake?
But the blacksmith...
I know he is. Only
seems to me...
I wouldn't be surprised, the lazy wretch.
Can I help you somehow?
No, unless you...
I know how to do it, but first...
All right, I'll wait here.
First bell. Another 11 to go. I won't get too far without fire. It's as cold as a dog's snout. Well, I've got half finished. This'll be done in no time. Oh, finally. The second toll for Hans. About that horse.
Well?
Yeah.
Well, what are you standing around here?
No.
You're a smart one. He's our groom, just between the two.
I'm all done. Oh, Christ. Pardon me.
I brought you those horseshoes.
That took long enough. And you know who gets in the
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
Do I get something?
Hey, I've no time.
I'll be going there.
So run along.
I heard some.
Oh, yeah? Look.
Take it easy.
I see. That Votava told you about me, eh? I knew, but I'll tell you.
Isn't there maybe some...
Well, since you're offering, a very nice...
Who did you lose it to?
Father Nicodemus.
Don't worry.
But with no trouble.
Naturally.
Oh, excuse me.
Do you know where Captain Tom...
It's true, son.
I'd like to pray with...
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas.
Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Oh,
Like you, for instance.
naturally. It's certainly...
Why did you take...
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but there's nothing left but to...
Aha. I'll be going.
Go.
It seems like you...
Alea jacta non est, my friend, so I'll be quite glad if you...
I heard you...
Aye, it belongs...
How do you mean?
Kabat is known for having some peculiar things in his property, if you grasp my meaning.
Hang on.
And who should I give it back to? Besides, you've got to admit a rosary belongs once its owner turns.
Or lose it in a game.
I'm a priest.
Let's play for it then.
Certainly, why not? As long as you put up a decent wager against it.
Maybe we better leave it for now. I don't have very much coin at the moment.
As you wish, friend. But if you should change your mind, I'll be glad to play.
What if my...
Of course, son. Or take the path of repentance. It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few... Come find me when you have atoned.
So, are you...
Indeed, I...
Well,
Heavenly As you wish.
So,
Indeed, I am.
do you still have...
I do.
Let's play for...
Certainly. As you wish.
So I got what I needed, and we can get to it. Where's that chest?
It's in the castle cellars. Follow me. My time is precious, seeing as how his lordship will be back any time.
Yeah, but...
Never mind that. You go in with me. What a day. I burned the rue in the morning, and then the girl told me we're out of venison. I don't know what that gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good-for-nothing has been promising to fix it. But no. After all, I'm just a stupid cook fanker who's always nagging. Anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses here to even get them out of bed in the morning. The lazy bones. Pfui!
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Damn chest. 3 years I've been telling him. God's truth.
What did I do to deserve this?
Thank you kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen.
Quick, quick! Sir Otto will be back any time, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here. Oh, killing me again.
Something's missing.
Sir...
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! Ah! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
Well...
And why are you bothering...
I never think such a thing, sir. I'm sure you have lots of work and little time. It's just that no one else told me...
Ah, typical. If I don't do it myself, no one will. But that doesn't change the fact that I don't know what to do with you.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a long way off.
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but I ran out of coin and things went from bad to worse.
Mm-hmm. And where did you study?
Prague University, of course. So far, I've completed the Septem Artes Liberalis, and I'm getting ready for the Quadrivium.
Oh. Well, my nephew had some difficulties with arithmetic in the Quadrivium.
Oh, I understand. It's a difficult subject, and I'm a bit anxious about it myself. Nevertheless, although I don't have a degree in medicine, I have learned a few things.
Well, you really surprise me, lad.
Anyway, I'll examine you and try to make a diagnosis.
Yes, that should help.
With your permission, I'll examine you, sir.
What? Here and now?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you. You don't have to lie down or strip.
I'm glad to hear it.
You're quite pale and rather sweaty.
When it comes upon me, I sweat a lot.
Your eyes are all right. Do you have ringing in your ears?
No.
Do your hands shake?
Well, I'm not the youngest, but it's nothing too bad.
All right. Tell me, Master Chamberlain, does it hurt all the time, or does it come in waves?
No, not all the time. More like I get attacks.
Uh-huh. And these attacks, have you noticed whether something sets them off?
Well, it's worse when I get upset.
And does it get worse in autumn, when it gets colder?
Yes, it's usually worst in October. Then I don't even have to get upset for it to start.
All right, that makes sense. Did you get advice from anyone about it? Have you tried anything for the pain?
Well, I talked to our surgeon. He just said it was odd and told me nothing more. So I went to Kolin to see Professor Joachim Bavorsky, and he advised me.
Yes? What?
It's a little awkward for me to talk about, I must admit.
Master Chamberlain, I'm here as a practitioner of the medical arts. You can rest assured that whatever you tell me will remain between us.
All right. The professor spoke at length about Jupiter and the houses, and then he told me that my bodily humours are out of balance.
I would expect so. And what did he recommend?
Well, that I should get more silver into my body. So I wear more silver jewellery, and when there's a full moon, I go to the meadow here below the castle, naked.
Really? So you're taking it quite seriously. And has it worked?
No, but there'll be a full moon soon, so I could damn well use some other advice.
I understand. Tell me, sir, what about your, let's say nighttime activities?
Well, I'm not married, if you're asking about that.
But that's no obstacle, is it? Although the Holy Scriptures call on us to be chaste, even a saint can sometimes sin.
Not I. I never managed to find the right woman who would, how shall I put it, who would be a good counterpart for me and yet not provoke outrage.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Actually, neither am I.
I believe your stomach juices are out of balance, sir.
That's what the professor from Kolin said. But what to do about it?
Unfortunately, I can't change the causes of your condition, but I can help you with its symptoms. I think some herbal potion for the stomach would bring you relief.
Can't you get me that potion right now?
I don't have the required only I don't have the apparatus for that. And also...
Don't worry about that. I expect you'll find everything you need. It's upstairs in the Crone. That's the second tower. Now we're under the Maiden.
I think so. But I was told to...
Trouble? I'm the one who has trouble. Don't worry.
All right. Besides caring for your mortal coil...
What do you...
I think I could pray for your health. The greatest Christian physicians recommend healing in both the material and spiritual world. And you have a very nice chapel here.
Father Nicodemus takes care of that.
I'll go and get something.
Good. Christ almighty. Pain.
If you're after some leftovers, the kitchen's up top. I don't think there's much there, though. And not a step further than the kitchen.
If it's scrub you're after, you'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty, too.
I suppose you're...
Damn right. Like, I know they're preparing a banquet for his nibs, but they could have left one cooked, or at least a bit of...
Why don't you go to the other...
Are you daft?
I can see if...
Hey, I need some...
You might be... Oh, I can try and find...
Haven't you got it?
Not really.
Go and look, then. There's some baths down below. There might be something there. I'd go myself, but if someone saw me there, I'd be in trouble. Ever since...
I'll figure it out. I'll be...
Go, and if...
Let me pass.
All right, then.
Don't worry. The third toll. I better get moving.
Hey! It's thieving here! Stop him! Guard!
You? What in God's name are you doing?
I need help.
Who doesn't?
I don't know or care.
That slimy toad?
Well, you look like you know your way around.
Why
Because we're birds of a feather.
How do you mean?
Well, let's just say we both go where we shouldn't.
Oh, really?
Really?
What?
How? I know a thing or two.
That was pretty good, I have to admit.
As you wish.
All right. If it's medicine you're after, the surgeon has a store across the... There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff.
And what if there's nothing in?
Then tough luck. That crackpot writes down everything he does.
All right.
And now get out of my... God, why?
Fourth bell.
What?
Here you are, you thief! Surrender at once!
Easy now. I surrender.
I've got it in. The time is... And if I don't find those...
Wait a moment. I just wanted to borrow it from...
That's not how... But fine. But don't do anything. If it's scrub you're after, you'll have...
Still hungry?
I wouldn't be. Thanks.
You're welcome. Sir, about...
Yes?
I've got something.
About... this?
Definitely. It will balance...
All right. Thanks.
And now you ought to go...
Lie down, me.
Sir, medicine isn't enough.
Oh, all right.
And another thing.
Yes? What?
Couldn't I go and pray in your...
Ah, that again. Good heavens. Go.
Thank you, sir.
Careful.
Pardon me for...
If you want to pray, unless you're...
No, I'm not.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days. And unless he returns...
Oh, Christ. But this is a matter of life and death. Thomas is the only one who can testify to what happened.
Yes! It's a matter of life and death. Besides which,
What actually happened to...
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, if the surgeon was here, he'd be in his... He's been...
I'm sorry. Maybe I could help...
The only one who can help now is the priest.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. He was only meant to be gone for a while. Anyway...
I actually know him.
Really?
All you have to do is tell me what...
If I knew that, not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to...
And where is this book?
How should I know?
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out.
Why do you want to...
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Rattay...
You mean that
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. The main thing is...
Yes.
I'll get going then.
Go.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
no business here.
You're
Are
not
you
permitted
looking
to be
steal
here.
Something?
Halt!
Easy! I surrender!
I've got you. You can't say you weren't. You'll pay up and show...
Look,
What are you talking?
look, we're both men.
Where are you going with this?
It's like this. Yesterday,
No. What?
they're really good in bed. Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At Hind, and all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea. That girl made a right... Right. I've had enough...
All right, then. Hands off the door. All right.
The 6th bell. Time is up. The 7th bell.
Stuff your face quickly and get back to work.
Christ, pardon me. Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
You all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug, the worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain...
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble.
That's for me to judge! Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Your Chamberlain's welcome was appropriate enough, considering our appearance, the situation in your domain, and your orders, sir.
Ah. I appreciate your diplomacy, young man. Master Chamberlain Ulrich can sometimes be more hasty and passionate than is healthy. And we are glad you hold no grudge against him. Are we not, Ulrich?
I regret what happened, gentlemen. Please accept my humblest apologies.
Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
But we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
Well, betray is a strong word. We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords. I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation. And for the Kingdom of Bohemia, it would certainly be better if our paths were to join, rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up with anything but nasty smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but It would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur. As he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your, equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount, and therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
Please excuse him. He's been through a lot, as I'm sure you understand.
It is understandable, of course. I was just hoping that our relationship would be a bit warmer after that, regrettable misunderstanding. Nevertheless, welcome to Trusky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons. Here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost. The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
Doggy. All too well, thanks.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you. Or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
So, Master Chamberlain.
I don't want to hex it, but I'm a lot better.
That's good. It's a sign that you're human.
I'll be careful, thank you.
Is there any word?
Demons? Quiet! But yes, unfortunately.
You mean horned ones?
Do you know any other kind? I'm preoccupied with tasks from Lord von Berghoff at the moment, so I don't have time to deal with it. But I suppose you could do it? You and that friend of yours have a lot to make up for.
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least tell me more about it.
Ah, you know the times we're living in. War, bandits. The devil took advantage of the chaos and sent his hellspawn here. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. It's no wonder it's so close to hell. The spawn of hell shows up here from time to time, and I want you...
How many do you think?
A lot. Certainly more than there are sinners. Expect at least 10...
And I've never seen a real... So what needs to be done?
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about Ossina, the castle blacksmith, was also blabbering. The good news is, for now, we have to act quickly to prevent...
What did you do about it in the past?
We usually cleansed the infested places with the help of a... Except for that one year when Sir Otto himself faced Lucifer in the...
Lord von Berghoff has my... How long did they fight?
And what kind of armor was Lucifer wearing?
In any case, you'll have to ask Manietta and Berta, and then simply make sure to get... I'm sure both the scribe Erazim and Father Nicodemus will have something to... The question is if you're up...
I'm ready to scour the castle. Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever...
Very well. But don't stay any longer than necessary. I let the guards and servants... If anyone asks...
You said something about a priest and an
We've always used either holy water or magic water from the apothecary to get rid of... Which one would you prefer?
I reckon the holy water is more likely...
If I recall, I believe you can do it. Should the demons attack you, but don't make too much of... God be with you.